Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here at Earth and Sky. And thank each of you online for joining in. And we always appreciate your likes, your feedback, and any topic suggestions. We're continuing with our series right now about the 4 agreements, the Toltec method of bringing wisdom and light into the world so that you can dream a new dream and live the life that you choose to live instead of letting it be dreamed for you and walking through the illusion that it leads us into suffering in this world. And I highly recommend, if you haven't already, to watch the series that we've done so far as we talked about the 4 agreements of being impeccable with your word and not taking anything personally, not making assumptions, and always doing your best and not trying to do more than your best and not doing less than your best. We have a lot that we dug into with each of those topics, but today is about learning how to live heaven on earth here instead of feeling like hell on earth. It seems so often people talk about one or the other of those. They say, oh, this is heaven on earth and it's amazing. And sometimes the people that hear people say that are saying this is hell on earth, they may not be so happy with the others that say it's heaven on earth. So I'm going to teach you how to feel within your life, how to dream your own new dream so that you are living your own heaven here on earth. Because if you've already caught our similarities that have been flowing through these agreements, it's all about teaching you how to dream your own dream. And when you start to recognize, as the shamans often teach, that we are dreaming our dream into reality, it is not that we are being subject to something or victim of something or judge and jury and all of these other stories that we say in our heads. Instead, when we realize that we are creators in our own lives here with a destiny that we can choose ourselves and choose how that manifests and choose how we handle all of the challenges that come our way, recognizing what is here to teach us and how we react to it, or rather respond instead of react. When you start to find the way to rip away the illusion and stop letting the world dream your dream for you, then you start learning to dream your own dream, creating heaven here on earth in this life where you are with whatever circumstances are going on in your life right now, here and today. One of the things is that when you recognize that you can see the world with different eyes, that is actually the first step. You have the ability to choose how you see your life. Do you see the biggest challenge that just happened to you as a great tragedy that you're subjected to and you're not sure how you can possibly breathe through this, let alone move forward to tomorrow? Or are you choosing today to put new eyes in and to see that, yes, life has sometimes thrown really crazy curveballs at us. Sometimes it is really hard to feel like we're on top of the hill when it feels very heavy and we feel like we've got about 6 feet of compacted dirt laying on top of us. But you can learn to see how to shift your reality. Shift into the perspective, if the weight of the world is on you, shift into the perspective of the ant who burrows deeply under the soil and creates great mountains far greater than the size that he is. Learn how to shift into the image of the gazelle who is delicate and fragile as she is able to live a beautiful life on the plains and enjoying all of the accompanying things that come into her life. Learning how to shift your perspective is the biggest key that brings us into being able to create a destiny where we feel like it's full of success or we feel like it's full of failure. Anyone who has succeeded at really great things in their life has probably failed a whole lot of times, many times, because where we build our success from is learning from those missteps that happened, where sometimes people brand it as failure or mistakes. It's really not. It's learning experience circumstances that allow us to get to where we need to go. And we must experience sometimes a lot of those to be able to realize what it is we even really want. Because sometimes the illusion that forms around us makes us think we want certain things, to seem like other people, or to dream a dream that maybe your parents had for you, or to seem as though you have something that feels safe around you, or whatever that image is. But when you start recognizing it is your dream to dream, and it is your reality that you are creating, you might use a kaleidoscope of colors to paint a picture in your life that is vastly different from anyone that you've ever known. And you become the role model of your own life, choosing your own destiny, taking a leap of faith, and recognizing that it is only you that is creating the aspects of your life because you consciously choose them. So many people live their entire lives asleep and not aware of what they are creating. They get stuck in that chasm of the dream that people feel is the world that is around us, instead of recognizing the dream is within us. It's in every soul. It is in every single person. It is in every speck of light. It is in every aspect of where the love is in our lives. And with that, every single choice to choose a new dream is empowered within you. You have the ability. You can begin to start to see how to dream this new dream by looking to see where is the love. Because whatever the dream is that you are wanting to create in your life, most likely at the core of what you're looking for is love. A feeling of unconditional love, a feeling of being known, a feeling of being able to trust, a feeling of being able to simply love without even having to understand what love is. So step one is being able to see love all around you. And that might be hard if you're trying to do it with what the world has told you the dream of love is. Instead, envision within yourself. You put new eyes into yourself, and you see that everything around you is alive with the essence of love. When you go outside and you see the tree that is nearest you, envision love flowing from that tree to you. When you see the birds that are singing in the sky, feel the love that is flowing in their song to you. You are part of this beautiful creation, the symphony that is life. And you have the ability to step out of the illusion of fear and to step into the reality of love as you choose to see it, dream it, and know it. So envision love coming from a tree. You might lean your back against the tree and feel the support that you feel from it as you feel the trunk of your body matching the trunk of the tree, and simply gaze out and notice the sunrise if it's the morning, or perhaps you're an evening person. Notice the sun as it sets and listen to the wildlife, and envision that every single sound that you here is filled with the light of love. And allow every pore in your body, every atom of every cell in your body, throughout your being, to open, to receive this love. This love is flowing through you, through this video, very consciously right now. Allow yourself to open and receive this unconditional love that is flowing directly into you, through you, and within you now. This essence of love is something that you have within yourself, because the essence of all that is creation, before this world was ever a speck of dust that became the planet and all the life that it is, before it was even born, the essence of creation was filled with love. And love had an incredible sound that echoed through the sound of Om. And it envisioned a world where we have choices that we can make. And we can choose to see the challenge, and we can choose to see the suffering, and we can choose to see the anxiety, and we can believe that veil of illusion that was created that made us think we are separate from that which is divine. Or we can learn to recognize how to wake up within ourselves. And when we wake up in ourselves, we start seeing through new eyes, and we start seeing how incredible this place is, how brilliant the blue sky is, how incredible the treasures of waterfalls are, and the rivers that flow, and the mountains that rise back up to the heavens above, and how we get to experience for such a short time in this life the ability to choose every moment to be a sacred moment where we can dream our dream awake. Envision within yourself that you are one with that essence of creation that is all that is love. Perhaps you need to go to where there's a body of water near you, or where your favorite flowers grow, and allow yourself to get so small within your mind that you feel as though you are traveling as a particle of that beautiful, colorful flower. Or you are a speck of water gliding down the river, and you feel the light of the sun shining down on you, and you feel yourself as you curve around the rocks, and you flow, and you feel the salmon that jump up through the stream of water around you. Allow yourself to experience the life that is within you, because the life energy within you is the same as the light and the life energy that creates everything and all that is. Allow yourself to imagine when you were a young child, you probably were able to daydream quite a bit. I know a lot of people maybe got in trouble a bit for daydreaming. I certainly did. We need to get in touch with that in our adult lives here. We need to get in touch with the ability to daydream and to imagine. So imagine within your mind now that you see your favorite aspect of nature. If it is a sunset, envision every aspect of it. See the colors that are radiating through the sunset. See the sights of the animals that you envision. Smell the scent that happens in the evening. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Allow yourself to immerse completely within it and feel the stillness. Feel the love. Feel the silence. That is the silence that sets stillness in your soul, that awakens the love, that awakens the peace, that makes you whole within yourself, because you are already whole. It's just about quieting the noise of the illusion of this world. So allow yourself to get in touch with that essence of love. See it coming out of the trees. See it coming out of your bed. See it coming out of your chair. See it coming out of the walls in your home. Everything we have here is made in some way from the elements of Mum Gaia, aspects of the earth that have been changed through the creativity of human hands. And it still contains the essence of the spirit of the earth within it. Feel the love and allow that love to expand in your home. Allow that love to expand in your heart. Let yourself envision yourself completely immersed in it. See it coming out of everything. See love is in everything. Because this is where bliss is. This is where we experience heaven on earth. Because we are able to come into the stillness of feeling the love that is in every core, in every single atom of every cell of our being, and everything surrounding us. When you start to see and feel love emanating from everything around you. Perhaps it's your favorite coffee mug you hold in your hands, and you feel that essence that wells up within your heart as you feel that soothing liquid that comes into your mouth, and it just brings a spark of joy as you get ready for the day. Feel the love in every moment. And when you start to reach that, where you start feeling that, experiencing that, allowing yourself to open to love flowing to you from everything, then notice that even the humans that are around you that seem angry or afraid or upset or hurt or sad, feel love flowing from them as well, because it's what we are all made of. It's the core at the heart of all of us. And when you start recognizing it even within those parts that seem hurt, that seem scary, that person that you feel maybe betrayed you, that once was a closest friend. Allow yourself to feel the love that emanates from their soul, because it is there. And when you feel it, when you see it, when you tap into that, you awaken that within them, you awaken that within yourself, you build the love stronger within you because you see it everywhere, and you find yourself living a life of bliss because you feel the peace that comes from living every step in step with love. It starts one moment at a time. It doesn't mean it's everything all at once, or that's amazing if you do a complete shift with everything all at once. But you can do this. Imagine that you have permission to be happy in your life. How does that feel? Give yourself permission to be happy. Give yourself permission to enjoy life. Have you ever thought about that? Give yourself permission to say goodbye to the anxiety because you don't need it. Give yourself permission to welcome in love because it is who you are. You are love. Imagine what it is like to not be afraid to ask for help when you need it, or to give help when you need it. Imagine how it feels to live a life where you are not afraid to say yes and you are not afraid to say no, depending on how you feel, what you choose, what you want. Imagine your life where you are not afraid of the judgment of others in any way. It doesn't matter. Imagine a life where you never hold judgment of others because you always see the light. You always see the love, and you know that it's in them. Imagine your life where you do not have a need to be right anymore, and you don't have a need to make anybody else wrong. Imagine a life where you are not afraid of rejection, and you don't need to be accepted because you accept yourself. You trust yourself. You know that you are exactly who you are supposed to be, and that you are where you are supposed to be, and that you are feeling that essence of love because it is divinely, automatically in every single aspect of creation, because it's what we're made of. Allow yourself to walk, to live, to breathe with your heart open, not afraid of being hurt, because you know that you are strong enough to make it through, even if someone does something that would feel like it hurt you. You're strong enough to know who you are, and you're strong enough to recognize that it is a challenge for you to learn how to see where the love is in that situation. And that is where you bring healing into yourself. Imagine that life where you can walk with your heart open, trusting others because you trust yourself enough to be strong enough. Love yourself as you are. Imagine yourself waking up every morning and feeling joy in your heart as you think, I am so glad to be alive. I am so grateful I have this day, and I am here, and I am going to share love, and I know that I will feel love because it's all around me. Imagine how it feels in your life to know that you are perfect, exactly as you are, perfectly imperfect, because our variances are what bring the magnitude of beauty to each of us. We're here to be unique and different, beautiful, radiant expressions of love, exploring this planet, exploring all of the other souls around us, finding our path back to love. Imagine how it feels if you give yourself permission to know that you are perfect as you are. And every day you are stepping into the light of love. Imagine this and make it so, because you can. All of these things that we've talked about, all of these things that you're envisioning here now with me right now are possible. I know this because there are enough of us that have done this. And we've stepped through that gate where we feel the bliss of life. No matter what's going on, it doesn't throw us off for too long because we know for certainty that light of love. We feel it, we see it in you. We know that it is there, and there is nothing that separates you from anyone else, which means there is nothing that is different from you than any of us that have done this, that have made the leap, that have been able to experience this divine, glorious, radiant peace of feeling heaven on earth here right now. You can do it because we are the same. You and I, we're the exact same. We're made of that same source of creation. Imagine it and make it so. See it, believe it, know it, feel it in your heart, and make it so. It is possible because others have done it. So many of us have done it. And you are no different. You can do this. You can do this now. The world is a beautiful, wonderful place. And it is so full of love. When we learn to see with our eyes open, no longer seeing that veil of separation and illusion that was there to help us to discover who we were, because we had to come into this world of form and know that we were unique and separate so that we could find our way back to the sense of oneness, that sense of love, only to discover that whole thing we thought when we first came here. That thing that we felt so much pain in our childhoods and in our adolescence and through much of our adult lives that felt so painful because we felt so separated. Because we experienced that, it brings so much joy when we learn the truth and we see that we're all one and we explore that sense of love. If we hadn't walked through the fires, we wouldn't appreciate how beautiful a state of peace is. It would just feel boring instead of being a grand and beautiful venture. It is something that is within you. Love will awaken inner peace in your soul. If you are looking for peace, love is the path of love that you see within yourself, and you see it in every single thing around you. The Laika tribe often talk about the path of beauty. The path of beauty is not one that you seek out where it's the most beautiful path and it just always radiates with flowers blooming. The path of beauty is one that you are able to walk, and no matter what season it is, you see the beauty because love is in every single thing. You see the beauty in the spring. Sometimes that's easy. You see the beauty in the winter because that's where we return. We discover ourselves. We allow everything to lay bare, and so we can see clearly through the trees and to see the love and the source and the light that is there. We see with the path of beauty how to see love in everything in the summer, the vibrant activity, and also in the fall, because every single aspect of our lives, it's always changing. Everything in our lives has a season and a reason that is there. And when you learn to break through that illusion and you see the love in everything, you begin to see the divine purpose in everything. There you also discover what the purpose of your life is. And that's a whole other life talk. But learning to see that love in everything, feel that peace within yourself, recognize that the illusion that makes you feel separate is actually a choice. We can learn to say no and turn that choice off and say yes to seeing that we are all one, and to feeling the love and discovering how to awaken that spark of divine joy and excitement at every single thing you do. Every face that you see, it brings illumination of light to you because you see the love reflecting back to you. Love will give you inner peace. It is possible. It is there for you. It's been called many things by many different teachers over millennia. Moses called it the promised land. Buddha called it nirvana. Jesus called it heaven. The Toltecs call it a new dream. because we are dreaming our dreams in this life. And we need to learn to dream our dream awake instead of letting it be dreamed for us while we just meander through life asleep, not paying attention, losing day after day after day. Be conscious, awaken yourself, taste the nectar of the sweetness in life, and discover the love that is all around you and that is in you, that is the heart of you. Sometimes that sense of illusion, it can feel like the presence of a parasite. It can feel like it's hard to get rid of, especially if there is a lot of depression or a lot of anxiety. If you have lived for decades in your life believing the illusion of separation, feeling the fear and the victimhood and playing the part of the judge and the martyr and the victim and all the things we've talked about in those last few talks, it's hard at first to sometimes shift out of that. It's as though you have to take the parasite of the illusion off, unhook it from you, let it go, keep your eyes open so you see when it tries to come back, and continue to fill your mind with love. Continue every moment. Whenever you feel fear come in, surrender to love. Whenever you feel anxiety come in, look to where you see love around you. Whenever you feel any of those aspects of illusion and who you used to be, the silent dream that tries to creep back in, say no. Keep your eyes open and awaken to love. Feel that love in the heart of who you are, and that love will get stronger. The voice of your soul gets stronger because the voice of your soul is an amazing warrior. The voice of your soul is connected to the light of all that is on the other side and knows innately that you are full of love. So allow that voice of your soul to get stronger. Allow yourself to be courageous and see the love in everything, in every person, in every situation around you. To be that love. Breathe that love. If you feel at times that you are attached to the archetype of feeling yourself being the judge, or you feel yourself being that victim, or you feel yourself falling back into the role of being a bully, or any of the archetypes that you've played, remember that it is only because suffering feels safe to you, because you are used to it. That's what you've been living for so long in your life. And if it feels like what you're comfortable with, it feels like an old familiar friend that isn't very good for you. And you need to be willing to have the courage to let it go, trusting that the light of love is so much stronger and so much sweeter, and you are worthy of it, because there is nothing that separates you from any of us that have achieved this dream and are dreaming it every single day, and we wish for you to join us every day, dreaming a new world with our eyes open, sharing love, seeing love, receiving love. Happiness is a choice, and suffering is a choice. We have a choice to suffer our destiny, and we also have a choice to enjoy our destiny. Sometimes we've never been told that we have a choice, but you have now, and you do now, and you have eyes that are awakened and the ability to see that love, to suffer or to love and be happy. It's the same as to live with hell on earth or to live with heaven on earth. We have the ability. My choice is to love and to share love. What is your choice today? What will your choice be tomorrow? What are you choosing in this instant? Because every single moment is where we are creating our destiny. Every moment, this moment, and the only moment we can really do anything about is the present moment. So stop trying to worry about how will I implement this next week and next month, and how can I do this all year? How can I manage it tomorrow? How can I manage it in the next hour? Clear that thinking out. That's the anxiety. That's the voice of the opponent coming in. Instead, allow yourself to settle into stillness, to breathe in the love that is flowing to you right now, to breathe in the love of the trees that surround you, to breathe in the love of the waters that flow into our homes. What a great miracle it is that we don't have to gather water. We have so many blessings in our lives that we don't even think about being grateful for. Start living every moment just in the present moment, this moment, now. Seeing where is the love, where can I share the love, and seeing that love in every single thing surrounding you, flowing to you right now. Hope this gives you some good things to work on every single present moment that you move into. And if you haven't already, please visit our website, earthandskycenter.com, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great week, everyone.